Hey, it's me. My name is Alyssa Grubner. If you're new to my channel, I'm a wife and a mom on a mission to become the happiest, fullest, fittest, wholest version of myself that ever walked this earth. So this video is taking me so long to do. It's really like 2 weeks late. And I'm filming in the bathroom right now because I want to get this video out, and this is literally the only quiet-ish, good lighting-ish place in my house at the moment. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit of a physique update. So you may have seen in a previous video, I was talking about how I was wanting to go on a conscious cut. This was me embarking on an intentional journey of fat loss. And so the day I started that was June 5th. It's currently, I never know the date. I think it's like August 20 something now. The pictures for the after pictures I'm gonna be showing you, I actually took on August 10th. So the first set of pictures and the second set of pictures are about 2 months apart. So before I show you my progress, I just wanted to get into a little bit about my methods and why I went about it this way. So if you saw my conscious cut video, I was talking about that I did not want to use a scale. I didn't want to track food, weigh any food, and I was gonna be very kind to my body. And I talked about the reasons why I was doing this, that I wanna feel more confident. In my body with like less clothes on. I do a lot of weightlifting and I wanna see my muscles. I've got a anniversary trip with my husband coming up in January to Jamaica, and I want to look my best because I'm gonna be taking a lot of pictures. I'm gonna feel my best. So yeah, that's why I started doing this. And how did I go about this if I wasn't gonna be tracking calories or weighing myself? How was I gonna be making progress? Okay, here's what I did. As far as movement goes, I started to do cardio, which is something I did not do almost at all before. The extent of my cardio was leisurely walking my dogs every day, just around the neighborhood for like 30 minutes to an hour. So I started doing cardio, mostly low intensity, steady state. So that consisted of 2 runs a week, 1 short run, 1 long run, because I am training for a half marathon. Also, I did some joyful bouncing on the trampoline because it feels so good to me, and it's like a spiritual experience, okay, when I'm jumping on the trampoline. I did that twice a week, and then once or twice a week for a trampoline. And then I halfway through this time, I started to incorporate 30 minutes on the Stairmaster after each leg day. And then of course, I kept up with all of my regular weightlifting workouts. So those didn't change much. Okay, and then diet-wise, I didn't really cut out any foods. I was mindfully eating. Okay, what does that mean? It means that I'm not an idiot, and I know that some foods contain more calories than others, and I can make swaps for things that are gonna provide me with less calories. So instead of full fat yogurt all the time, I started to incorporate some 0% fat yogurt, fat-free Greek yogurt. Also, like for snacks, instead of having whole fat cottage cheese all the time, I started to have some 2% fat cottage cheese. And then like my desserts, I didn't just, just throw caution to the wind. If I wanted dessert, I would opt for a popsicle instead. And then as always, I made sure I was getting plenty of protein, plenty of water, and I was trying to fill up on foods that I knew were lower in calorie, but I could eat a larger volume of them. So, and I might insert some pictures of some of my meals so you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you my progress now. First, I noticed a huge difference in my face. I feel like it's a lot less puffy and round looking now compared to when I first started this 2 months ago. So what you're going to be seeing is first a clip of me at the beginning of this, and then 8 weeks later. And I have to apologize, the lighting is a little bit different and the camera angle might be a little bit different, but I feel like you can still get an idea for what I'm looking like at the start versus the 8 weeks progress. I feel like I didn't really change much anywhere except for my waist, and then I do feel like my clothes are fitting a lot differently, and I feel like I have less cellulite on the backs of my thighs, which I feel like is a big problem area for me. So it looks like my chest and hips didn't really change, but I'm actually really impressed that I lost 2 inches off my waist during that time. That's a big deal. And honestly, I feel like I've already made a lot of changes since I took these progress photos, so I'm really looking forward to doing another update when I'm ready. Okay, so in reviewing these pictures, and like I said, these were like a 2-month difference, so like 8 or 9 weeks. I can definitely see some changes, and I'm proud of those. But since I'm, like, if I'm being completely honest, since I'm going through the trouble of trying to be on a cut anyways, going forward, I do want to be a lot more intentional and a lot more specific about my methods, because I have specific or a lot more specific goals in mind. So like I said before, I went about this without using any scales. I didn't weigh myself. The only measure of progress I really kept in mind was like my waist measurement and then how clothes are fitting. And then I didn't track my food at all. So I didn't know what I was eating, or if I was for sure in a deficit at times or for sure not in a deficit. This was just a very gentle way to go about it. And I'm happy that I did do it this way for those 2 months, because I feel like it has really allowed me to ease into this and see what I can handle mentally, as far as like mental health goes on this cut. And things are a lot different for me now than they have been in the past, where I would get obsessive. So when I took those after pictures, I did decide to go ahead and weigh myself, just because I was curious, and I feel like I'm at a place now that I can really take that as data and not like as I'm a terrible person because I'm not seeing a specific number. And I'm a lot more educated about, that the scale isn't showing the whole picture. So in the afters, I'm 170 pounds. So that's my starting point from from August 10th. And I think I want to continue on until like October, with a much more specific cut. So before it was the conscious cut, now I want to be a lot more specific, and I am going to be tracking my food and chronometer. I am going to be doing like weekly weigh-ins and maybe like progress photos every 2 weeks, just because I really want to make sure Like, I don't mind taking my time in this process, but I want to make sure I'm not wasting time during this process. And I'm really looking forward to sharing this whole journey with all of you, and seeing my muscles come out a lot more. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. If you want to see my updates that I'm going to be doing, I'm thinking maybe weekly, maybe monthly, maybe like twice a month. Let me know in the comments what you would be willing to see or like to see. And oh, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm a lot more active these days. I needed a long break just to like center myself and get, just be with myself in my real world. But I'm a lot more active on Instagram now, so you can follow me at But First Sunrise. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.